Now, authorities of Sonabel, the power utility of Burkina Faso, have on Friday opened the Bagre Dam to spill excess water from the dam after the water level reached 235 meters. The move is a yearly exercise which often results in the flooding of some communities in the 3 regions of the north, particularly the Upper East region. And over the last few weeks, many farmlands in the region have been flooded following recent rains there. Some farmers Joy News spoke to last week are concerned about the effect on their farmlands.
Those who farm along the White Volta, every year will farm, water will take it. Every year will farm, water will take it. People are saying that the farmers should vacate. If farmers are going to vacate, where are we going to get a land and farm? And especially when you go to the uplands and you don't have money, you can't access to money to buy fertilizer. So it's a worry. And more to the point, instead of our leaders should go to Burkina Faso and see the way they are also opening their water. Because if they are going to open the water, I think a water have a meter ban. Maybe if it is 100, then you see that their dam is overflowing. They should advise the Burkina Faso people to regulate the water, maybe 10% and leave 90%. 3 weeks time, they'll open another 10%. That one, it won't affect the farmers. But Massa, in fact, what our leaders are doing to us is very bad. Especially, I don't know what our MPs are doing from Upper East, Northern region. Because this White Volta started affecting people from Zabila up to this side, going to overseas. All the northern regions, part of Volta region, it will affect.
Well, officials of the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, say they have embarked on a public sensitization drive to get residents in the likely areas to be affected by the spillage of the dam to relocate. Abu Ramadan is Deputy NADMO Director General. He joins us on the line from Wale in the northern region. Many thanks for your time. Now, we understand the spillways of the Bagre Dam were opened today and that residents in the northern part of Ghana will not feel the impact until 72 hours later, correct?
Yes, precisely the case. This evening, my zonal coordinators in Zabila, around the confluence area, that's in Sapeliga, they just informed us that the water levels have started rising. So I think because of the quantum of spillage, the impact is coming earlier than we should expect, because already the water levels in Sapeliga have started rising.
Now, Mr. Ramadan, often when this situation occurs, some of the residents in the low-lying areas who are likely to be affected don't want to leave their homes. I mean, in fact, we spoke to some farmers who were more concerned about their farmlands. What has the response been to the appeal for them to relocate?
Oh, the response has been tremendous. Over the last week, since last week Wednesday, we've been going around the villages and interacting with the chiefs and people, and the willingness to move up. And we've encouraged them also to harvest. So most of them have started harvesting what is ready. And what they can harvest, we said we were waiting for the flooding to happen. Then after that, we would look at what the impact and what we need to do. But the response has been very good. Okay,
and what sort of relief items are you providing these residents who are likely to suffer the effects of the spillage?
Araba, you know, it will be difficult for me to say would give rice. Probably that's not what the people need. So we are being strategic. We've sent, as I'm talking to you, we have equipment and qualified personnel to help the people when the flood's coming. Those equipments are here. We have a few things, emergency items that we've brought along. So if need be for us to give them relief items, certainly we'll speak to government and make sure that the relief items are made available.
So what sort of items are you giving them? Is it tents for them to relocate to a higher ground?
For a place like Sapeliga, for instance, when the flooding happens and they move up the mountain, we'll certainly have to provide them makeshift tents, which will give them some shade from the sunshine and give them mosquito nets and all of those other mattresses and all of those other equipment, things they would need to keep them together. But so those ones, we have them with us here in Wale and in the villa as well. We have them already with us. What we are waiting for is the greater impact when it happens and it affects the thousands of peoples and farms. What other form of support we are supposed to give them? That one we'll do the assessment and provide as such.
And I do know that your core mandate is to prevent disaster, but are you concerned that year in, year out, we are confronted with this problem? Beyond providing aid for these residents, what can we do to forestall the flooding that we witness on a yearly basis and harvest the water for useful purposes?
But we're speaking to government, and hopefully after this particular exercise, we would want to engage government more, particularly the one district, one village, one dam secretariat, more on a comprehensive discussion. If you look at the trend, last year, there was no spillage last year. Because the same time today, last year, the water levels was about 52%. And today it is at 96 to 97%. That's why they spill. So on the basis of this, sometimes it is not a yearly occurrence. So we would want to engage the one village, one dam secretariat to see how best we can harvest the water. Because if now we even harvest the water, the farmers don't need the water now. They'll need it maybe after 3-4 months when the water levels have dropped. The white water has dropped and the ground is ready to absorb water. But now there's flooding already in the 3 North region as a result of the rains already.
Okay. Many thanks for your time. That's Abu Ramadan. He's Deputy Director General of NADMO. We can now speak to an engineer who believes it's time for government to construct a mini dam to harvest the water for irrigation purposes. Many thanks for your time, Engineer Philip Samwini. Hello, good evening, Engineer Philip Samwini.
Yes.
Now, the concern is that we know the spillage will occur. We know the effect it will have on residents. It happens year on year. Is there any way, from your perspective as an engineer, that we can turn this around to our advantage?
Yes. Like I said earlier, water is a resource. All right? Hello?
I'm listening to you, engineer.
Very good. I said a country like Botswana, it rains twice in a year, twice. But what they do there, when I went there to study, they ensure that all the water that is generated, when it's coming to, it creates a flood. It's heavy and plenty. They store the water from one dam to the other, one dam to the other, one dam to the other. As this dam is about getting full, they spill onto the next one. As this dam is getting full, they spill onto the other one. And I can tell you water is generated very high, but not a drop enters the Limpopo River. What happens is that when they store them, in the dry season, they are able to farm throughout. I'm saying the Bagre Dam follows one particular path. Ghana can equally control such series of dams, like my earlier guy mentioned.
So if I understand you correctly, Engineer Samwini, if I understand you correctly, you're saying we should construct mini hydro dams like Botswana has done.
Yes. Yes. If we create mini dams, we can create mini hydro dams for, let's say, district level or regional capitals. Hello?
I'm listening to you, sir.
So if we are able to do that, it meant that anytime they spill at Bagre Dam, we will also collect this water and gradually transfer it from one dam to the other, so that at the end of the day, there won't be any flooding. When this dam is about to burst its bank, you open the spillways, throw it onto the next one. And if we do that, those dams that are there would definitely form sources for irrigation, sources for dry season farming, and even source for mini hydro dams. That was what I said.
All right. Many thanks for your time, Engineer Philip Samwini, for your perspective on that. And he's recommending that we construct mini hydro dams. You're watching Joy News Prime.